This is every United flight in the air?
Yep.
We're moving about 540,000 customers today.
Is the belly of the beast.
So each one of these horizontal lines here is a different plane?
Yeah, each one is an airplane.
It may not look it, but you're witnessing a great, big dance.
He's cranking a flight plan right now.
And this logistical choreography has its fumbles.
On a day like today, especially with weather like this in the hub,
Yep.
it's a challenging thing to do.
For each United Airlines flight that takes off around the world every day, there is a digital trail in this room, with dozens of eyes watching its every move. This is the United Airlines Network Operations Center, or NOC for short. David Kensick is the man in charge.
Every day is different.
He manages a team sprawling across a massive floor in Chicago's famous Willis Tower, collectively managing every United flight's flight plan, scheduling, crews, crisis management, and more. Each flight and its crew assigned a point person on this floor.
Now this whole side of the room is flight dispatch. The crews go to the flight dispatchers for any issues. That's their primary communication source. Could be a medical issue that they need to get patched in for a doctor, tech ops issue, they go to the flight dispatcher.
Much like a road trip, mapping out the route is step one.
So going across the Atlantic, they publish tracks every day, essentially highways in the sky.
This flight is still hours from wheels up.
The dispatchers are looking at the weather along the track, the turbulence, basically doing all the flight planning for the flight crews.
But plans change. Weather, sick passengers, maintenance issues, catering delays, and myriad other factors can throw plans out the window.
Craig owns everything Airbus 319, and his job is to fix all the problems.
This plane in Newark, for example, that's out of service today, it's got a line of flights on it when it goes out of service. Now you've got to take those flights and put them on some other airplane.
And actually, that's what the router's going to do. So I will, we'll suggest swaps. The router sort of manages those into the future, and then he has to coordinate with maintenance planners and other people, because some of these airplanes have scheduled maintenance sort of at the end of the day. Sometimes it's very flight specific, especially if an airplane breaks. So let's say this airplane right here in Newark, it's got the red X's on it. It broke this morning.
Okay.
It caused all kinds of problems. We had to shuffle airplanes around.
Yep.
This is a delicate balance to marshal the many moving parts of one flight down to a single minute.
That gives us a quick snapshot of if we're having a good day or bad day.
Being on time is paramount for airlines. They're graded on it constantly, and passengers pay attention because delays are no one's friend.
This plane, Portland to Chicago, returned to blocks 3 times for issues. Yeah, so now we're running 6.5 hours late.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of times it seems like you're out there by yourself on the tarmac with a delay, but we've got a whole team in the background trying to fix it.
And that team feels the nagging of displaced customers constantly, especially here on the side of the ops floor that handles the big jets, where delays impact hundreds of people up pop.
You got a lot more passengers on a 787 than an A320.
Those Pee-wee jets over there? No, yeah.
How do you handle all that?
Well, that's why I'm all gray and can make a truck driver blush.
That's where these guys come in, the storytellers.
And so any flight that's delayed over 60 minutes, the storytellers are sending direct messages to the customers that are actually explaining what's going on. And it's been incredibly successful. The customer satisfaction scores are double digits higher.
One of the complaints that you often hear from people is, and then they didn't tell us anything.
Seth Kaplan is an airline industry analyst.
There's no plane at the gate. The monitor still says that the flight's going to be on time, even though it's supposed to leave 5 minutes ago. People hate that kind of thing. So yeah, the more information you provide, people can at least relate to what's going on. They understand, I think by and large, the challenges of running an airline.
And there's a reason this is a high priority for United. The airline ranked last among legacy airlines in J.D. Power's 2019 North America Airlines Satisfaction Survey, getting 723 out of 1,000 points. Alaska Airlines, the winner of that pool, earned 801. Airline Quality Rating, a joint venture of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and Wichita State, ranks United 6th of 9 in its 2019 report card. A vast improvement on years past. United bottomed out at 14th in 2012.
United has been improving. It's somewhere in the middle right now still.
But United is making it happen, and without a starting player.
At a certain point, I'm sure they're going to have to reevaluate what we're going to do if they can't get the MAX up and flying here before too long.
When the grounding started in March 2019, United had 14 737 MAX 9 jets, but it expected to have more by now.
We've got enough experience here to be able to manage through that.
United, like other U.S. airlines operating without the MAX, has been taking the jet off flights it was once scheduled to fly and replacing it with other equipment. That means older planes previously scheduled for a 401k payout will keep working a little longer.
There's been some decisions to extend the fleet.
And with all those planes constantly working, it may seem there's no time for anything else. But maintenance is mandatory and important. And occasionally, an airline decides it's time for a fresh look. That, too, takes a plane off the clock.
It'll take a while to get all 770 airplanes painted.
Despite it all, United Airlines, for one, is still showing strong financials.
It's a very encouraging growth plan that we've got right now.
And this team makes it work.